They have the experience and they certainly have the firepower, so the question if they can put it all together right here. It's going to be going down on Dust 2 to begin with, so welcome to the show, everybody. Faze, they're going to be starting on the CT side with Navi on the T side. We have USPs all across the board, no dualies.
That's a shame.
It's a little bit of a shame. A single P250 on Simple, that makes a lot of sense. And they've all stacked up in the upper part of Dark right now, leaving just a player outside of Long, just to check what's happening here. Might be expecting some kind of aggressive play from Faze at the beginning. Buying a little bit of time here until they make up their minds.
Also just being quiet, not giving over any information over to Faze. Just looking for any kind of aggressive push that's not coming whatsoever just yet. Faze played a very aggressive game yesterday against G2. His opening pissed around much slower paced. A lot of space given over to NIP, and that can be tough to deal with.
Nice smoke. Oh, Simple with the opening kill of the series. Perfecto with a quick follow-up, and there's no way through that. Doesn't really matter how many flashbangs you're going to be throwing through that one. There's 3 people on the other side with Glocks, so you're not coming through. Rain and Brokey, 2 versus 5.
That's brutal. I mean, you don't even actually need to execute the mid to be split. You just have Simple kill someone, and then Perfecto followed up.
It's a well-known Navi plan.
Yeah, it's a good tactic. Rinse and repeat, they go back to it. Brokey's just trying to survive. Nice shot there on both SDY and Simple. Rain is the last one left, but no reason for him to move forward at all. Preserve the armor if you can. So 1-0 for Navi right out of the gate. I don't know, this prediction feels like a little trap, because as I mentioned, I feel like there's good reasons to be a little bit wary about what level Navi's going to be into with some of the recent form, and then obviously Electronic coming in and Boomich out. But also, I mean, Faze hasn't exactly looked perfect either. I don't know, this is like, if there's ever a trap game to lure you into picking Faze and losing faith in Navi and having them just come out and just bust Faze open in this series, this would be the one.
Yeah, I picked Faze as well, and I don't feel good about it at all, but that's also partly because it feels, we've all seen Simple win series like these. So the problem is, there's not a lot that you could do to stop him if he's going to go off on that level, so I'd be scared.
The only thing keeping me, okay about this prediction is if you are to go for Navi, you probably don't feel that good either with Faze on the other side of things. So no, this is just a really, really cool matchup that we're getting here in the quarterfinals.
There's no sure thing, that's the problem, right? Like, there's no way to really be confident in anything, which is good. Good foundation for a good game. We've got a bunch of scouts in play, or at least 2 of them here. And Twist and Robs with a deagle each. So, a lot of potential here. Pretty aggressive buy from Faze in the second round.
Again, pretty slow pace, though, from Navi. Yeah. Electronic not put any pace in these tactics just yet. We're only into round 2, and makes sense why they'd keep things slow against the deagles, the scout, and obviously Rain with the FAMAS also, as we can see. Good flashbang. You're not getting away from that one. Not even going to get close to escaping that flash. 5-on-4 for Navi early.
Yeah, really basic kind of hit to try and minimize some of the power that's on the Faze side in this round. But it doesn't always have to be that complicated. Pop flash into the middle, go for a bit of a fight. If you don't find anyone, you try it again. You've got plenty of flashbangs. You can do it one more time. Good opening there. Rain, only good for the one. FAMAS, difficult to stop. Basically a 4-man hit up the catwalk like that with a FAMAS. So it's going to be Robs and Twist to try and save what they can on the other side of the map. Really a respectful Counter-Strike coming up from Navi at the beginning. They're really making sure to not make any mistakes. And listen, that's been almost a theme of some of these last couple of days. Who can make fewer mistakes? And Navi are trying to minimize that right now.
You know, I'll tell you honestly, I think that's usually the goal, too, of most teams when you're preparing for a game, and most coaches is the emphasis on not making that many mistakes. Yeah, you're trying to find ways to win. Mistakes are always going to happen, but the really, really critical ones, you're always trying to minimize those, obviously.
Yeah.
I think, too, it's important as well with the new in-game leader and things as well, which wouldn't surprise me if this kind of, like, more slow creeping thing came out from Navi throughout this half on the T side. Still a new in-game leader, and while he's well-versed in how they like to play, how Blade likes to play, and his teammates, obviously, it's going to be a transitional period where I think kind of that slower pace style, give him a little bit more time to make decisions is going to be very helpful.
What a thing to be thrown into for Electronic.
It's a risk as well. I spoke with Kerrigan about this. He'll come out on a podcast after the event, the Push to Talk podcast. But I asked him about that specifically because there's a lot of players, like, you just don't ever come back the same, you know? If you're a player that's switched over to in-game leading and you try and go back to just being a regular player, name someone who's kind of done that successfully. Most of them have, like, really reduced impact from what we've seen throughout their career leading up to the switch into becoming an in-game leader. So in one sense, this is very ambitious and a little risky for Electronic in the context of his career as a whole.
What isn't they say? Ignorance is bliss. You know, once you peek on the other side of that curtain, you realize how much you have to think about as an in-game leader.
Yeah.
Maybe you go back and you try and play a regular role, but you probably you're going to be aware of it in a different way, right?
And all the extra stresses that get it added on top that you really have no control over whatsoever.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's a reason historically why a lot of players, first of all, never even try their hand at being an in-game leader, and even if they do, they don't succeed in doing it, right? You're usually the first person to be blamed, and you know all of the responsibilities. It's not a fun job, but it is cool to see, and I hope Electronic succeeds because we always need more in-game leaders in the space, pretty much.
Yeah, we even had Blade coming into this broadcast. He was having that interview, and he said, yeah, just in general in Counter-Strike, there's just a lack of in-game leaders at the moment. So, if you're an aspiring Counter-Strike pro, maybe look into becoming an in-game leader.
Well, one of the cool things I think that's also happening now, this is going to be kind of a round where they just walk away anyway. It's fun to think about the idea that now there's a whole host of people. I've been talking actually to a couple of them just on Twitter that basically have recognized along the way that they maybe don't have the mechanical skill to play at a super top level, but they have kind of the brain for it. So then they become coaches or analysts or something else instead. And some of these people are really, really, really smart. So that's so fun to think about that there's like an extra level there coming into the game. Nice shot from Kerrigan. But it will be a 3-0 start now for Navi. And I mean, that's fine. I think it's nice to see them play, making really no mistakes in these rounds. It's what we probably should expect, but you never know. Couple of changes to a team and suddenly a lot could start to crack open, so good to see them stay on track right here.
Well, they've got a lot of track left to stay on. Just the first 3 rounds of the opening map in these quarterfinals at the spring finals of Blast Premier.
That was shot over by a teammate. Pretty sure it was.
Yeah. Style points.
That could be in a movie right there. Shoot me with a gun, pick it up and get a headshot with a scout. Double orb on the CT side. So let's see. But you did say it earlier. Faze was super aggressive when they played yesterday. We haven't seen that yet on the CT side. A little bit of a quick boost up out here. And a double orb already. I don't know if it's necessarily going to shock Navi, but I mean, it's possible if you hear one AWP on one part of the map, you could make a slight mistake in walking into another angle somewhere else. Everyone's being real slow about this one.
Although this is a early timing for the catwalk take compared to what we've seen. Good flashbang to force back the AWPer. Brokey had the deep angle. Catwalk control for Navi early with about 1 minute and 11 seconds on the clock now. A lot to work with. SDY boosted up in the long cave. Just going to chill on top of the boxes, look for a push. But Navi really not interested in moving forward a whole lot just yet.
Brokey coming back. He's got to be so careful out here. At least when he's on the ledge, he can sort of dive down and out of the range of the AK-47. But when he's a little bit further back like that, if they actually run at him and he misses the shot, there's not a lot that he could do to stay alive.
They might not expect that position, though. Okay, he gives it up. I was very, very curious. He might have been able to grab one.
Yeah, it's not impossible. And he's super confident, so he's not thinking about, I think, missing a shot. I think he's just going to...
This isn't a commitment. I think they're going to go out mid. They just want to have a distraction here. There's going to be the smoke up. Information is being called out by Faze to go out mid, and 2 quick kills from Bit and Perfecto. 20 seconds. Now you don't got any time to be slow if you're Electronic and Navi.
Not at all. I think they might lose this round anyway. Rops is at the back of the bomb site. 14 seconds right now. Out long, it's SDY. Comes, tries to get the kill, but here's the big problem. Oh no, 7 seconds left. Running with the knife out with the bomb, and I don't think he has it. Yeah. It's too late. Navi, please.
It's okay. It's one of those things you have to know if you're this team. That has to be the conversation with Electronic coming in. Look, there's going to be a couple of these rounds, and this is the whole concept of Maniac that we've been kind of teasing over throughout this week. The garbage rounds. These are the ones you just forget about, throw away, don't worry about it. That's no mistakes made from Navi except not pulling the trigger on this final call, and I think it was a lack of smokes that made them not want to try and actually pull off the mid to be split. And those miscues are going to happen with the new in-game leader. So you got to just kind of relax and keep your head in it for the sake of Electronic as well. Because no one's more pissed off and frustrated than he is after a round like that.
Yeah. I agree with everything you're saying. The problem is, Jason, I have PTSD from watching Navi for 10 years doing this. So the impact is felt a little bit more. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's not to say there's no consequences to it, right? I mean, we've seen a number of times just one round that's just given up for no good reason. Just is such a brutal thing to take at the wrong moment in the game, and we'll see if this one has a lasting impact. But here they're gonna have to battle for round 5.
Look at Robs. He's owning this part of the map, and Navi making a slightly unusual decision to actually fall back from long. I feel like most of the time people just commit to it now, but they decide to track back across the map. There's a lot of maps to look for. Oh, and they catch Robs. It turns out to be a real good call at the end of it, and they've left Simple down in the pit. And he's not really challenging. He's just waiting to see if someone from Faze is going to go look for information so they can take him down. It makes sense. And Faze, I think, are basically rolling the dice, saying we have to. We're playing a really unfortunate round here, 3 versus 4. We might as well just try and see if we can find the right place.
Well, this is where Electronic will have in his mind the time running out in the previous round. They do have 1 smoke on SDY for the pin smoke if they want to pull it off and make a jump up towards Catwalk. This is dangerous, so they're going to swing right into it. Ooh, Kerrigan goes down. Brokey not able to connect, and the bomb crosses as well. 20 seconds, and now he's shifting over to B. He's going to save the weapon. Simple's been holding on to this side of the map the whole time. So Navi back and forth between the bomb sites. They're going to get a free plant and a free round. And now the question becomes, do they want to hunt down these weapons on Twist and Brokey? I think the answer is yes.
Yeah, I was going to say, the only problem is maybe the health on some of them, but Simple, if someone drops him an AK instead, makes sense for him to try and take a run at it. Some young, a little bit of a peek there.
That's it. They're done hunting.
Slow it down.
Especially with the op. There's no flashbangs to pull him off any kind of an angle. So that was the hunt, trying to get a little bit close, and Brokey, good aggression to put a stop to it.
It's also a classic, send in the new guy.
The hazing ritual.
Hey.
Welcome to the team. You get the dirty job.
Why don't you go look? No, I wasn't as worried here, but there's about 10 seconds when they started that bomb plant here. I think they were well in control of this round, but it's just to say there is a version of Navi in the past, right? There's like a long history of playing these rounds super slow. And when Boomich was here, it wasn't really quite the same. I think they didn't have a lot of those rounds, especially towards the end. They kind of managed to put that away. But I'm curious to see if there's going to be more of that stuff returning a little bit into some of their game here.
I think you add that as time goes on, and I think that time, you know, if Electronic still proves to be competent in the IGO role, I think that change of pace and those quicker tactics will come in much earlier than you might expect. SDY with just some basic shots through the smoke, establishing presence.
Interesting amount of metagame in the middle in this particular round. 2 people running past with no grenade or no smoke being thrown, and Simple not trying to shoot at any of them because he's expecting that it's basically a fake for a third player to take a peek at him. Yeah,
well, I mean, it's a round where you expect there to be low economy, and 180 BP was saved, right?
Yeah. There's a lot of things to unpack. If you were just watching and you didn't know what the game was, you might have said, wait, why didn't they smoke the middle to jump across? Like, what are they doing, you know? But, or why didn't he take the shot when they didn't smoke it? A lot of reasons. A little bit of a nade. Doesn't really catch anyone on the other side. But yeah, you're right. The money for Faze, especially showing in the grenades here, that's a bit of an issue. Especially if you wanted to go for a retake really on either bomb side. Looks like it could be another mid to be affair.
Yeah, there's been no engagements whatsoever. 42 seconds on the clock. Brokey's gonna jiggle. Oh my lord, that is just poor timing with the jiggle. Nothing Brokey really did wrong there except not have a blind timing. Flashbang over the top. Molotov is gonna prevent any kind of a peek from Twist. Excuse me, he stands in the flames for 1. 4 on 4. Rain is close up on Catwalk. There's the peek from Electronic to clean up the kill.
Yep, a lot of trouble for Rops once again. He's out of nades. He can't buy any more time. He's gonna have to take a lot of fights. Electronic is traded in the middle, but it's still all on Rops. And look at the time again. 13 seconds here. Rain is there, and Rops with a headshot, and they've done enough here. 8 seconds. Sundar Young trying to get the fight, and he's gonna get the last 2 kills. I thought surely Rain would have been able to stay out of that, and somehow he goes down outside of the bomb site. That's crazy. If they could have stayed out of the fight, they must have forgot about the time at the end phase.
Yeah, that, and I think Rain is just, I mean, look, there's so much pressure being put on. Rain's just getting over and trying to save the day, and he does a great job. Maybe just peaks a little early. Maybe should have let Rops take contact, but how can you know? Especially after you already had the fight against Simple. But you're right. Surely if Rain just backs off that and lets the engagement go down, the 1v1 with Rops, they probably win by time.
I didn't even think about. I was looking at the clock the whole time. I was thinking, surely they just leave him there. Again, we just saw it last time. It takes a while. He has to get in and plant the bomb, right? It's going to be tricky no matter what. Wow, 5-1, and Navi, another very, very, very close round in terms of the time that was left, but they get the job done. Pistols back on the side of Faze now. Rough start for the Faze side of things right now. We're not seeing any of them popping off in a way that has an impact on some of these rounds.
Yeah, pretty slow, pretty lethargic. And you're right, not a whole lot of impact coming out from any of the Faze players quite yet. Another plant, another round for Navi, up to a 6-1 lead. Love and life on their own map pick. Good round to mention. If you guys are tuning in, check out Blast.tv as well, the new Blast platform that you guys can tune into. You guys get to have a little bit of influence. They have some fun and games there. They also have like a tracker, so you can go back and look at all the cool highlights, all the multi-kills, all the aces, all the clutches that might come out.
Hell yeah.
Feel free to check out that and give some feedback.
Yeah, we'd appreciate it a lot. Rops landing a couple of headshots this round. That's not bad at all. Trying to do a little bit of damage, keep that economy as low as possible. We need to see some of the strength in the roster here for Faze to, I think, to a higher degree. I guess one of the things that is really hard is to get some of these players like Robs or Brokey or even Twist to get them rolling when Navi are playing this slowly. Like that, you're not getting a chance for like some of these like really back-to-back fights where you're like swinging your M4 all over the place and it's a fight here and you know it's all so slow that you're just waiting around for a long time, and by the time it happens, like 2 quick kills in the middle, and the round is almost over. Yeah,
it's probably a level of discomfort in the Faze side of things. I mean, just stylistically, there's going to be small little changes in how the game is played from Navi's side with Electronic as the in-game leader. So all that research you've done in the past to prepare for Navi, kind of got to throw it out the window.
Yeah.
Hard to make it happen out of the gates, and first time out taken from Faze to talk things over. Double op setup, Brokey and Rops.
Yeah, I mean, again, good go-to.
Yeah, and I think the part of the concept too is you don't want to switch into some of the aggression that we saw yesterday quite yet because the pace is so slow. So the aggression is playing right into kind of how Navi's opening up these rounds. So yeah, get the op out, let them slowly creep across the map and go for some of your picks. Grab some angles, see if you can find some kills as they take basic map control. Here's a good first opportunity.
Flashbang was pretty decent. You could see Brokey was in fact flashed. And it wasn't even Electronic who exited first. It was some Young who went down right afterwards. Molotov out, spray, and he's standing inside of the fire. Friendly smoke to put it out, and that's super helpful. Brokey goes down, but Robs is going to fight Bit on the other side, and he'll win that in the middle. Not bad. 4 versus 3. Good shot right here for Faze to try and pick up another round. This is about the time where they really need to start to get into the game a little bit more. So, just need to negotiate this round, and could still be in a pretty good spot. Don't have a lot of information, I suppose. Twist is back there, and last time we saw them on Dust 2, he was actually really good at the back of that bomb site. Yeah, he's a great bomb site anchor. We'll see if they actually end up in this position. Bomb is here in the hands of Simple, joined up by Perfecto now towards Lower Dark. 42 seconds. And all the gun rounds have been played very, very late into the round clock. Electronic's been out on long for a while, just hoping for someone to peek. And on the other side, Robs is absolutely not moving. Yeah, there's a line there you don't want to cross. It's going to be Kerrigan first to take contact, I think. Electronic is thinking about it. He's got a Molotov. Oh, he makes it past, and that's one hell of an opening. Perfecto on the follow-up to take down Kerrigan with a Molotov behind him. He could never escape. Well, that's a little bit of a double nade down there, but who really cares at this point in time? Again, look at the clock when they get that bomb down. Not a lot can go wrong in the execution of this, but it's devastating to Faze because they also can't rotate more people over. It's just 2 people defending, and they lose both the fights, and that is pretty much it. Twist and Rain now going to try and see if they get on the retake, and it is doable here. It's the A-bomb side after all. Don't have any nades or anything like that, and no kit currently picked up, so might get very, very tricky. Trying for the boost. They know where both are after that. Rain goes down. Nice headshot. Twist, a very quick shot coming out from Simple, but Twist a little bit faster. Going to stick around and try and make it maybe a little bit more expensive. I don't think he can win the round any longer, and Perfecto will take him down. And Navi, it's a pretty shocking turnaround from that 4-on-3 scenario.
Yeah, it really is. Well struck, and you're exactly right. They kind of have to hit those headshots immediately. This is like, that kill electronic onto Rops is like, I think the third time in this game where I've seen a Faze player have the right idea, hold the right angle, or jiggle peek into a position and just have a mistiming with when the peek actually comes. And I mean, you got to give credit over to Navi there. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Add a little bit on top. You got to give credit over to Navi. This kind of slow style, they're controlling the pace of this game so well.
Yeah, making it very hard for Faze to activate some of these players.
Yeah, they're dictating everything right now, which is absolutely disgusting.
By the way, at some point, if we should get a replay of from like a third-person view of that swing from Electronic, because that needs to be in like a Counter-Strike textbook at some point. That's whenever we talk about the difference between a shallow and a wide peak, that's what it's there for, right? Because if he goes for like a really shallow peak and crouches right into the corner, he's dead every single time, right? Robs is just going to pull the trigger and that's it. But that wide peak just...
Also, peeking with intent is another concept, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're turning that corner expecting the fight at car.
Yeah, first time I think I heard someone use that exact phrase was
Jordan.
nothing. Yeah. Jordan, yeah. It's a nice way to summarize it, yeah. So kind of doing both, right? The wide swing with intent. He knew what he was aiming for before he even saw it. Good times. Wow. 8-1 in favor of Navi. Not the start of the day that I think most people were expecting, maybe. But it's pretty cool to see. Still waiting for Faze to really find the answer here.
Well, here's a little bit of it. Molotov all the way towards top mid. Smoke towards top mid as well from Faze. Going to allow Twist to get a position in lower dark. And ooh, missed shot from Rops. Twist is going to fall back, but Rops is in so much trouble. Here's the change of pace. Oh, trying to track. Good luck. Bless your heart. It's a nice attempt, but Twist and Kerrigan to pull it back just a little bit. All the kills coming out for Navi after that. A stunning strike. They have lulled Faze Clan into a sense of security with a slow style, and that is a devastating B hit.
Oh, once you miss that shot, it's just, you're in trouble. By the way, I think Electronic is 14-2. How close was that shot that he landed? I mean, he would have died anyway, but...
The one Rops of tracking it?
Yeah, like, it
I don't
hits
think it was
the box
close at all.
It hits the box in front, but I couldn't tell, like, if it was just on top or not. Wow.
That's what seals it.
And also, that's an annoying change of pace for Navi, right?
Yeah.
Whereas it's been way more feeling it out slow. Now it's like, okay, we're setting up and then we're going for it, all in. Hard to deal with.
Correct me if I'm wrong, I think that's the third time we've seen Faze invest in that double op setup on this defensive side so far, and it's not netted them a single round.
Yeah, they're not doing anything with it. The one round that the AWP made a difference was Rob slowing them down when they were running out of time.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe one round. It's just not been as impactful as they'd like.
Yeah, but not even because Robs necessarily gets 3 kills with it, just because they were out of time, basically. Yeah. What a suffocating game that they're playing right now, Navi. Faze must feel like that it's... Also, part of this is also the map, right? This is part of the issue of playing CT side on Dust 2. If they're playing Mirage instead or something like that, there are probably a couple of more options that Faze can do to force some of these fights a little bit more. It can be hard to do on this map.
I'm very interested to see the switch up in the next round. At this point, I mean, you're down. You're going to be, let's just assume you're going to be down 10-1 after this. Go for something into the playbook that's a bit riskier. Go for something you might not think would actually work. I mean,
earlier in the tournament, if you guys remember, we were watching Pain Gaming on this particular map, and they were really aggressive on the CT side. And I mean, the problem is, you already said it, the problem is Navi are playing to stop that from happening. So it's going to be difficult, but it might be better than what's happening here.
Yeah, go for something that might not be like the straight textbook solution. We'll see. 5-on-2. 4-on-2, excuse me. Molotov is out. Twist forced into the ocean. Into the ocean. He's forced into the ocean, Anders.
Send off Viking funeral.
Up to the A-bomb site we go. Now they know Brokey's the offer. They know they've seen him at the A-bomb site. But 3-on-1 when you know you're up against pistols, it's all good for Navi. Brokey's going to push into upper dark. I believe hunting for a weapon. And he might just want to grab one and save it.
You know they have a name. It's like a kind of phobia for being in like deep waters.
Thalassophobia or something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I have that for sure.
Do you?
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't mind the ocean, but there is something about the feeling of of just like depth beneath you. That I don't like that.
Yeah, that's fair. It's a very uncomfortable feeling. I'm with you.
I did also watch Jaws when I was way too young.
That'll do it. I think Jaws ruined sharks for everyone for a long time.
Yeah.
I think we're still, you know, I remember reading an article one time about Steven Spielberg after he made that movie. Actually, like, has ever since that movie came out, has gone on like a tour of trying to repair the image of sharks because he's actually caused so much devastation to shark life due to people just being straight up afraid.
I was afraid to go in the bathtub.
You would be. Well, you know, if you see a ghost shark, that makes sense.
I can't even explain it now and think like, why would I? How could there be a shark? It doesn't matter.
If it was a ghost, Anders.
Possible. Anything's possible, yeah.
It's about the soul of a shark that haunts a house. Comes out of puddles, comes out of a slip inside, toilet, bathroom.
FaZe could use that right now.
They could use a lot right now. They could use Jesus right about now. 10-1.
I actually thought for a minute Simple hit that shot. It just looked like it could have been happening. It feels like anything could happen right now. 10-1, you're right. Well, Brokey is way more aggressive on catwalk. That's one of the most forward positions we've seen yet. He obviously, with no backup, he can't stick around all day because they can walk up close to him. So there's a timer on how long he can stick around. But this is definitely a small attempt at trying something a little bit different. And why not? I'm gonna get Molotov back.
Oh, yikes. Sorry, bro.
He's looking at him still. He's like,
yeah, I will shoot you back. Don't make me do it.
it's tempting, isn't it?
Yeah. Mid to B smoke hasn't really caused a whole lot. Double op setup again. Faze just saying, look, this is the right idea for what we're going up against. It's just not working yet. Keeping the faith.
And look at again how just one flashbang to push Brokey back, right? That's it. Now they're kind of in the position that they've been in all along, Navi. They control the center of the map. They have all the information, basically, or at least they're limiting all the information from Faze's point of view. And problem is, if Kerrigan goes down, that double position up at the A-bomb site becomes real bad.
33 seconds. Yeah, Kerrigan's life is so important. That Molotov is way too deep. They won't care. Electronic heard that. Still gets clothesline. 1-for-1 trade. Brokey's got to address the situation, which leaves Rain on his own. 20 seconds on the clock.
Yep, nice shot from Brokey. They need so much more. He's going to pick up Bit as well. That might be the shutdown right here. Not enough time, I think, for Navi once again. And Brokey keeps going. Nice triple. And Simple's on his own. Oh, gets one on Robs right there. 7 seconds on the clock, but this time they can't even do it with kills. Go for the no-scope.
Oh, he hit him. 1 HP left on Twist.
No way.
He no-scoped him through the door. Quick scope, whatever you want to call it. Just 1 HP left on Twist. That's unfortunate.
Fair play.
Yeah, that's a lot on Brokey.
Yeah.
That kill out towards Long was everything. Allows him to completely turn and look over towards Catwalk and even towards CT spawn. Triple kill for Brokey. Finally FaZe put a stop to the run. It was 7-0 for Navi. And FaZe get their second round on the board.
Okay. It's not too late. If they can get up to 5, it could be something. Ooh. Grenades through Robs, missing the shot. He couldn't see anything in that one. And coming through the door is Twist, and they just go right back to that straight B hit, and it works just as well as last time.
Yeah, just the change in pace. Second time now, and that's another win. Usually they've been running these clocks down to like, what, 40, 35 seconds before they really kind of make any significant moves. Caught Robs completely off guard with that deep angle of the AWP. Also, you essentially just eliminate any idea of a retake when you take a bomb site against the double op setup. Brokey's going to find 1 kill. However, they're going to try and chase him down, I would imagine, through the smoke. Rain's there for protection, but they want that op.
Yep. Oh, Rain's going to get a couple there, but not sure it helps that much. It's really the value of the AWP that we're talking about here. Bit is going to go down. I don't think they care so much, Navi, about throwing away some players. Oh, nice nade. Hold on, Rain got 4 kills at the end after having basically lost the round.
Yeah, fair play, but money at this point in the game really doesn't matter a whole lot to Navi.
No.
2 rounds left. They've got plenty of cash built up for another buy no matter what. I like the hunt. Unfortunately, they weren't able to keep the op out of the FaZe hands, but they do force some rebuys.
Well done.
Well done.
Cinematic, wasn't it?
I like the way the grenade just froze in air. Suspended for a moment in time.
He's got Magneto on his side.
Good reference. Ooh,
Oh, no.
Simple's going to take that advantage all day.
Yes, he will. And the problem is, do you even try and swing against this? Nice flashbang to set it up, and it could have been a beautiful double, but instead, it's just a lot of damage, and that might not be enough here. Trying to get it back, Rain. Anything it takes here. If they get a random shot for the smoke and kill someone, maybe they can go for the retake. But if not, 4 versus 3, as after the bomb is already down, it's not going to be possible.
No, they have to save these weapons. Just back off. 12th round for Navi. Man, the way they've just abused this B bomb site at will throughout this half has been awesome. I mean, normally you talk about the main defenders that are usually at this bomb site. Brokey was opping in middle this round, but you think Rops and Twist at this site, like, man, what a hard bomb site to crack into, but Navi have just done it at will throughout this half. And some great peeks with rifles into ops holding angles as well. You have to say that also.
Yeah, and if, you can almost tell
Throughout
by
the whole half.
Yeah, some of the angles that Robs has been holding kind of shows what he's expecting out of that fight. He feels like, well, I know I'm close, but I hit this shot every time, right? I know I can do it. Even if you jump, we're probably gonna flick and get the hit, but he just hasn't been able to. It's probably a little bit of a surprise to him too. 12-2 and moving into the 15th round.
Electronic is 16-5.
It's not bad.
As the in-game leader. Calling a great game.
Yeah, this actually is looking really good.
Calling a great game, playing a great game.
What more could you ask for? Kerrigan sneaking up the middle. Well, we spoke about this earlier. You need to change how this game is playing out, and this is certainly an attempt. It might be a little bit late in the 15th round, but...
He did this last round. Got him a kill on, I believe, SDY as he came out of the cave. I'm thinking his estimation is they won't be prepared for it again.
Doesn't look like they are either. He's hearing the steps, calling it in, sneaking through. I mean, the more info he can get, the better.
Go for the knife.
No.
Get yourself like just a little bit of fun.
Have a good time. There's the spray on one. Oh, misses the chance. Simple coming back and he's getting shot at through the fire. Eventually, Simple going to be able to take him down. So, definitely not the most you could have had out of that, but maybe it'll rattle Navi just a little bit. 3 versus 3 now. 50 seconds on the clock and bit sneaking through. What a position to take down Rain. Bomb is still outside of the B bomb site, and they have 40 seconds.
Yeah, and that's so tough for Rain. It's quiet the whole way from Bit, but Rain's got to worry about long as well once Kerrigan goes down.
And then slowing it down.
Well, Electronic's just going to try and do his best to make sure nobody can rotate over. Perfecto taking the safest route, which is also the longest route out towards long A. Here's a nice kill for Electronic. You imagine he gets this 9 out of 10 times. Oh, that's a good flashbang from Brokey, though.
Yeah.
Had admirable attempt.
Had to do something right. The slow, even in this one, even when they had the bomb site, they have almost everything. They're so slow and measured right now. It's got to be really frustrating for FaZe. Robs now 1 versus 3 for the retake on A. And obviously this being the final round of the half, there's no point in saving anything. He's going to swing for it. We'll take down Electronic, but it cost him nearly everything, so this will be a real challenge at the end. Does have a kit at the very least.
Oh.
Grenade's not going to help him. Yeah, there we go. Have to throw it. 7 damage, and it's all done. What a first half for Navi. 13-2 in their favor. That is a very, very convincing result. We'll see if they can close it out quick in the second half. It's coming right up.
I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up. I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like
Try to boost or no?
No.
Okay. I think he has offline.
Yeah, I think so too. You can try boosting right here if you want.
Yeah, let's go.
No kid.
Goes inside, goes inside. Let's try.
I couldn't even see him. What the?
Man, unlucky.
Only for B.
Let's go, guys. Honestly,
Let's go, let's
This is
go.
how we play CS. Let's
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
go.
Let's go.
Well, if you couldn't tell by the mic'd up clips that we chose here, we're having a tough time finding something positive to show on the screen for Faze.
Can't shoot what you can't see. I mean, that's, that's a little bit of an issue here. Wow, yeah, they didn't sound, I think, devastated, but just you could tell that's not a lot to work with here for Faze, and the scoreline reflects it. 13-2 in the opening half.
I think they were just so shocked by how that half played out. Just so completely quiet and just shut down in terms of ideas and creativity. They might get a little bit of a gift here. Looks like they wanted to get aggressive, but instead it's just going to be a stack.
Yep, USP's on the other side, and overwhelmed is Electronic, but up in the window, Perfecto, throwing some bullets into the bomb site. Bit on his own, and that might be enough. Simple landing a headshot as well on Twist. Nice double for Bit, and that holds it all back. They were here so quickly, Navi. Even if they only started with 2 people, in a matter of seconds, there was a third one in Perfecto in the window, and then it just kept going.
It was 2 people B, 2 people mid, and Simple was on catwalk. Like, what are you supposed to do about that? Rotations are going to be so quick, and any delay, even if they lose the fights as Electronic did, they're going to be here so quick to keep you cordoned off in that main choke point, exiting into the B bomb site. Beautiful double kill from Bit. 14-2.
Yeah, it's a first map, Jason.
So all those questions about Electronic as the in-game leader, it's not looking too shaky here in the early going of this series.
No, I mean, it's obviously a single data point, but I think it's pretty good. I mean, like, we're not seeing some sort of horrible breakdown of the team that makes it look almost unrecognizable. Not yet, anyway. But I would say they definitely play a different game than what we're used to from Navi, so there's always that. Bit taking down Rain. And it's to be expected. Rookie, a little bit of a kill, good follow-up for the Deagle, and Robs is doing some work with the Tech 9. Realistically, Navi, I don't know if they have to go for this. I mean, they have such a long buffer that on the one end you could say we could throw away the rifles, you're probably going to win the map anyway, but if you wanted to be 1,000,000% sure, just save what you have here. Ooh, yeah, walking into it. So many angles to check. Robs will take down Sumdai Young, and Simple, 1 versus 3. Wanted to be the hero, but not today.
No, Twist helps Faze stay alive a little bit longer. 3-14, good trades. I mean, they just juggling a little bit of aggression, 1 for 1. Navi could never get multiple players at the attack. Now it remains to be seen if they can actually keep it up long enough to challenge for this scoreline. Way too early to even have that as a realistic thought at the moment. One round at a time, the old classic.
Yes. Point by Natu. Godfather of Finnish Counter-Strike in many ways.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that's Electronic finding the opening kill onto Kerrigan, denying access to long to the remaining 3 members of Faze that were trying to get out. They'll have to adjust, move across the map. Still, just pistols they're up against. Simple does pick up a Galil. Bit has the scout.
Still holding long robs just to make sure that there's no trickery coming in from the Navi side. And the rest of the team are making their way out the middle. Electronic is on the one side. They got a double setup in B. They're actually, look at Simple's coming in as well. They're so ready for this Navi.
They're going to boost him up.
Even with the limited weapons, this is not at all a bad situation. Oh, Molotov, I don't know. I thought they were going to boost too, but maybe the Molotov changed their minds and they just got forced through instead. Good double kill in the middle. Twist to open it up. And in spite of a lot of people on the side of the map, they make it work anyway, Faze.
That Molotov might have just stopped them from losing that round. Like maybe like a second or two late. I think Simple's up on that box, going to have a good defense.
Okay.
All right.
Something has to go your way eventually.
Faze hanging on, just barely. Just barely. And I think this is a similar conversation as to what we talked about yesterday with G2, right? Was like this first map, you're getting beat up like this. This is all about from here on out for Faze, playing yourself into shape for the next map.
Yeah.
You could even hear it in the comms when we came in after the halftime break, them saying this is not the way we play CS. This is not, this is not the real Faze. They're looking to find that guy before map 2.
Yeah, and even getting a couple of rounds in here could go a long way, so I appreciate it. Let me keep that focus in. 14-4. Twist. Very, very crisp. As we expect. The magnificent.
Magnificent Van Dalken. Back again. 10-round lead for Navi. This time, no real investment. P250 on Simple. Everyone saving his one flashbang, yes indeed.
On Bit, he's in the middle. We do like it. Here it comes. Oh, they're far, far away.
And they got grenaded, and they've got Rain in lower dark, just shooting off pop shots. So this idea of a flashbang over the mid doors is not going to yield them any results. Faze is well defended against it. One player goes down. That should be it. Brokey not able to land the kill. Kerrigan's going to find that from A. We're down to a 9-round lead.
Yeah, a couple of easier rounds here, obviously, with Faze playing on the T side. A real test is going to be when the rifles come into play. Navi going to be more heavily armed. Not quite with the AWP, but enough to be impactful. Still, obviously, in case people are confused, playing on the patch that hasn't had the M4A1 changes.
Yes.
Which will be throughout the tournament.
Or any of the map changes.
Or any of the map changes, yeah. For competitive integrity reasons, would be real confusing if you changed the game halfway through a tournament.
Yeah, that'd be unreasonable.
Even if Valve tried to trick us into it. I'm not gonna fall for it.
No. We've been down that road before. Slow and measured from Faze as well to start out their T side. Pin smoke coming in. Utility for catwalk control. No one from Faze flirting with the long cave. They want to get up cat. Kerrigan's going to lead the way. Twist going to come up behind him. And Rain's going to have utility in lower dark for them to utilize. Looks like they do eventually want to fall into a mid to B split with Brokey having the bomb in upper dark. He's waiting there patiently with Rops.
Perfecto's so on his own on this side of the map. Electronic is kind of nearby. If he can stop the mid portion of it on his own, then sure. But otherwise, Perfecto's not going to have any real backup. They probably just end up saving what they have. If it actually goes that way, they might just give up on it because this is a real stretch. Electronic looking right over. Yeah, this is what he needs, and he needs a little bit more even. Another kill here would be great, but Rain will take him down, and now it is all on Perfecto. No one else is even moving on the other side of the map right now. Perfecto gets traded. It's not a bad kill for him, and they're getting into the bomb site. 3 versus 3. They can't get anyone. They just managed to slip past that smoke is still up. 15 seconds. Rain making the jump past, not going to get challenged. And it's going to be a bomb plant here. And they've gone flashbang for a retake. What do you think?
They might go for it just by virtue of the scoreline. They're going to at least see if they can get one kill pretty early on here, but they've got no kits as well. So there's some things. Yeah, okay. So they are going to go for it. Here's the flash.
Yes, it is. All right, Sunday Young charging in, and a nice headshot from Kerrigan. Again, they send in the new guy.
Yeah, the rookie.
I can see the pattern. I know what this is.
Yeah, no kit either. That was always going to be a little tough. Man, Electronic and Perfecto were both so close to having a second kill. Electronic over the top a number of times, was almost able to find a second frag. Perfecto as well with that deep spray in towards B tunnels, missed a chance. Turns over, spins out double doors. Tough shot to hit, especially during chaos. That was almost a great hold. Just basic stuff from Faze.
There's a real chance, I think, for Electronic in the middle as well to have done a lot. So, but yeah. The timing between that hit in upper dark and Rain showing up in the middle is super important.
Simple, very vocal between rounds. He's got the M4. Bid has the other one that they saved. Some deagles picked up a CZ on Perfecto. So they've got some utility or some weapons to play with to try and convert this. Faze 8 rounds back now.
And I mean, look at Brokey 14, Rob's on 13. They're starting to have, you know, a real output, and the rest of them are not really that far behind. So at least the part of the game that involves Faze feeling like they can actually fight a little bit here, and then they have a lot more of a say than they did in the first half. That part's already kind of been accomplished here. It's a good start. Not so much here for Robs.
No way.
Oh, and Pity gets away with more. Flashbang assist from Simple to set that one up. And it's going to be an execution kill coming in from Rain. Electronic did not realize, so a little bit of a chance to come back into this round here. What a scary situation.
Kerrigan and Twist only have the one smoked across, though. That Molotov, they're going to try and use that as some cover. Simple, how much does he want to get aggressive behind it? Okay, there's the second smoke coming in. Wall completed, but it don't matter. Simple's got a blind kill through smoke. 3 on 2, and that's an all-important kill for Rain. No kit yet again.
Yeah, no grenades either. Hearing the steps up there. Simple, he just needs a bit, and he tries to go for it. Takes down Twist. Now it's Rain on the other side. Has to do this on his own. Oh, out from long. He's very exposed. No way! Absolutely no way! He did not just do that.
He didn't even react. All right, well.
Why?
Listen, Apex was trying to do it all event. Simple just showing him how it's done. This is a great shot. Great accuracy snapping over to Twist, but this is just silly. Flashbang is out. Yeah, take the risk, I guess.
What the?
Yeah, that's all you can do. Just laugh, put your head against the chair. Obviously, things just aren't going your way. And Simple doesn't give a damn. 15-6. You're still shocked. You're still speechless.
I am. Yeah, Simple's like, it's welcome to my world. And
Everything as I designed it.
yeah. Ridiculous. 15-6. Simple hasn't even really been the high impact player. I mean, he's been playing just fine, but again, Electronic has been doing a lot of this work here, and Bit's been playing pretty well too. So yeah, but
I mean, that T-side was like a team win.
Yeah,
that
it
was
was.
such wonderful calling from Electronic. Everyone had their time for some impact and some kills. Perfecto knows what's coming, drops his smoke. Got a teammate here as well.
it's gonna be hard to handle. Perfecto sneaks in for another shot, and they still got a bit on this crossfire, and Electronic is making his way over. Every second passing, this is going to get worse for Faze to try and get into the bomb site, and they might have missed the opening already. Nice shot from Twist and Brokey. They're fighting back. They don't want to let go of this map just yet. And Simple, he might not be asking any longer. He might just take it away from them. Twist goes down. He was ready for that one. And now it's all on Brokey, switching it up for the AK-47, but he can't really stay, and he has to come up with some kind of a trick. One flash and he's dead. Trying to sneak through it. Simple taking him down, and it's a 16-6 victory for Navi. an absolutely statement win to take down Faze on the opening map of the series.
Yeah, that is a crazy opening map to have. What a wonderful T-side. 13-2, and then you just got to relax and take your time and close things out in the second half. Helped out, obviously. Simple comes in for the close. The jumping clutch on Rain, obviously a wonderful last round as well. But if you're Faze, you got to just say, look, nothing whatsoever went our way in this game. We got the worst end of the stick each and every time.
Yeah, they did. Huge wake-up call for Faze. We'll see if they can come back stronger on the second map. It's Inferno. It's coming up right after the break.
I think in-game leader in CS definitely have to have like a feel for the game and you have to be decisive. You gotta trust your own gut.
People thought that I wouldn't be an in-game leader ever. No one trusted me. I mean, it's a big challenge, but that's what I'm living for. We are in Stade de France.